Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. Things are popping off, guys. I mean, police are busting in, as they normally do. Except they have a warrant this time.
We made it to the fight and the hockey game's breaking out.
Yep, exactly. Midoriya. Okay, there we go.
I mean, in the English dub, they say Midoriya, which is way off from Midoriya.
Yeah.
The dubs are rarely accurate either. So
honestly, I'm just enjoying the fact that this anime is cool and that we're at a pretty awesome point right now. You know what? Let's just ignore the comment section.
They call on in the Persona 5 dub on Takamaki. It's supposed to be like on Takamaki.
All right.
So,
yeah.
People were talking about that, like how the dubs always mispronounce names and stuff.
It happens. Pronunciation. It's just like when they mispronounce our words. I mean, for instance, they thought fucking is literally like a good thing. They're like, fucking good sale.
Yeah,
well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, pronunciations vary between languages, so it's like, if you want to feel like you're a snob, like, I mean, I know that Japanese R's are pronounced differently, but I'm not going to, like, knock somebody for not, being good at it. I mean,
this coming from someone who is actually a quarter Japanese, so...
I mean, Japanese language was my minor, so I don't really, like, care to crawl over people that can't pronounce things. I mean...
I don't bash on Kyo for not being able to speak English very well and during grade.
Yeah.
It ends up with some pretty hilarious shit, like, no one wants waffles for breakfast sometimes.
And then you get the maximum the hormone. I keep hearing, fuck! Somebody's at the door! I have to go to work!
Well, see, that's the thing. I've never actually encountered, like, Japanese people that will knock people for trying to speak their language. It's all just a bunch of pasty weebs that are like, oh, no, let me tell you how to pronounce their language.
Yeah,
like,
that's true, too.
Pushes up glasses like, actually, it's pronounced pow.
Yeah.
Push up your glasses again, bud.
I'm trying to say them right just because I was trying to learn some Japanese, and I'm just trying to do it for my own practice. I really don't care how other people say it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a good one, Nick.
Also, I don't ever read the comments, so wear it out, whoever.
This is My Hero Academia, Season 4, Episode 8. Here we go.
In the spring of 3rd grade, I transferred to a new school on the first day of class.
I'm Mama Jakey.
Of course, we're going to have a backstory episode right when it's about to get, ugh.
It seems like nobody wanted to be the first one to talk to the new kid.
Except
who already
Mirio.
embarrassed himself.
But you know when the other times they do backstories are?
Someone boring and awkward like
Oh,
me.
no.
Right before they kill somebody.
It was kind of hard to hear what you were trying to say up there.
Just to get you a
earlier,
little
but I
more
was
attached
thinking,
to them
were you
first.
trying to tell us that you like heroes? Was that it?
The classic
That day.
introvert being adopted by
If you
the
had to pick a
extrovert.
favorite, who would it be?
You talked to me when no one else would. You were shining like the sun.
That's just his blonde hair.
I wonder, can I shine as brightly as you do?
I probably wouldn't pick the name Sun Eater if that were the case.
Yeah.
We have a warrant to search your premises on suspicion of manufacture and sale of illegal drugs. Get the hell out of here! We're going to gut the whole organization just to buy some time? Just leave the ones out here to us. You go inside. Good luck.
Hate to just barge in like this, but we're kind of in a hurry.
There must be a reason they all came pouring out like that.
No, if there had been a leak, I think they would be fighting more cohesively.
This is it. There's a device here that opens a hidden passage.
It's like a ninja hideout. How cool!
Thank goodness for your cork, sir.
Let's get
Heyo.
the bastards!
Bubble Girl, you handle the third.
Ah, my eyes!
Sorry. We'll make sure these guys don't follow. You
Those
go
are soap
ahead.
bubbles. That would actually burn pretty
We'll
bad.
catch up
Yeah.
when we can.
It looks like a dead end. So, what now?
So much for your foresight, Mad Eye.
Hold on, let me go take a look.
Million if you go through.
The hallway's just been blocked with this wall. Unfortunately, breaking through it's not going to be easy.
I knew this Chisaki guy could tear crap apart and put it back together, but damn.
Hey, that didn't suck.
I'll say they beat me to the punch.
It's like,
Uh-oh. Oh.
Wait, so he was wearing suspenders in that little outfit of his?
I guess so.
What's going on?
Oh, hell.
Everything's twisting.
Oh, that's messed up.
This is someone different. Maybe you're a Naka. He must have gone into the concrete in the holes down here and made this a living maze.
It shouldn't be possible on this scale. He's not supposed to be able to control anything larger than a damn refrigerator.
Eraserhead, can't you stop him?
I can't do anything without seeing his real body.
We have to think quickly if we want to catch them. No. Or are we kidding? They're gonna escape with the girl, and we're all gonna die down here.
Tamaki! No way that's gonna happen. They can warp the path forward if they want, but as long as we know the direction of our goal, I can still reach it! Vermilion! Come back! Speed is what matters right now. Those guys know it too. That's why they're stalling for time. I'm going on ahead.
Slipping through the walls, huh? Oh well. Even if he does reach them, what'll he be able to do by himself?
Holy crap.
Well, what have we here? Looks like some state-authorized thugs crashed our party. Isn't that strange?
These guys are obviously ready for a fight.
The pros should save their strength for when we reach the target.
Honestly, Tamaki, the only reason I'm able to do my best is because I have you here inspiring me.
Go on, I can handle them myself.
There are more people than I expected. I'll deal with these officers first. And leave the heroes I dropped to the 8 bullets of the Hasai group.
Oh well, that just means I'm free to let loose!
Think again. Lay down your sword.
My quirk!
Power Erasure. He's an inferior version of Eri. Quirks or no, we still have fists and weapons.
Fight all you want, but swords and bullets just sink into my body. You have no hope of beating us, so why even bother?
Toya Setsuno, Quirk, Larceny, Yu Hojo, Crystallize, Soramitsu Tabe, Food. I read all about these guys in the briefing. They want as many heroes stalled here as possible. Let's just give them one. We should save all your quirks, especially Eraserheads, for later.
Let's go. Wait a minute. Through that door.
Hey, wait! Where are you going? Not again?
Amajiki, you need to move fast. Beat them before they can fight back.
You gonna leave him alone back there? What are you thinking? I have faith in him. He's stronger than anybody here. His only weakness is self-confidence.
I'm gonna have to knock all of you out. Sorry, but this might hurt a bit.
Surprise! When you're fighting people who are basically human garbage, you have no idea what nightmares these masks might be hiding.
Whatever that guy's quirk was, it's worn off.
You can't kill us, can you? Bit of a handicap, don't you think? See, we've given up everything, even our lives. I was so hopeless once I even tried to jump to my death, except some righteous hero stopped me.
The boss took us from the trash heap and gave us a new life. Even trash has its pride. So we became more!
In our quirk training classes, we tried to figure out the different ways we could utilize our powers in the future as adults. Even if you can't do something, you're still so positive and cheerful. It makes everyone around you smile. That's just not how I work. If I worry about messing up, I'm done.
Honestly, Tamaki, the only reason I'm able to do my best is because I have you here inspiring me. Even though I know you get crazy nervous, you keep working hard and refuse to run away. So I don't want to lose to you. So if I'm the sun, you must be something even more amazing than that. Let's see. Ooh, I know.
That's who I am, yes. I've got a life that can swallow even the suns. That's why I'm Suneater.
He's using octopus arms full of thick muscles to absorb the shock.
Over the last 2 years at UA, I've trained hard to master my quirk. Now it's time to use it to the fullest, picking and choosing characteristics. Fast hybrid! Chimera! Kraken!
That's a cool ass fucking quirk, man. Especially using it that way. That's awesome.
This isn't looking good.
Oh!
Yum. Seafood.
Holy crap.
Oh
With
shit.
those teeth and jaws, he can devour anything in an instant.
Of course. Eraser must have realized this. That's why he took him out before he left. I can dodge his attacks.
Oh, the mask.
Thought I had him. His reaction time is good. That's not enough to stop my crystallization!
You're the one that wanted to fight 3-on-1, right, Suneater?
I'll manifest the neurotoxin from an octopus's saliva in my arm. If he eats it, he won't be able to move anymore.
Those tentacles were too big to steal before, but small ones are no problem.
We may be a bunch of trash, but that doesn't mean we don't have strong bonds. One of us didn't fit into society, was tossed aside. One was betrayed by his lover and buried beneath a mountain of debt.
Pouches full of food. I guess you can turn the things you eat into power?
Come, join me. Someone like you shouldn't be left to rot in the gutter.
He picked us up and gave us worth again. I'll kill anyone who gets in his way.
Fine. I'll go after their teamwork. Larceny only works on things he can see.
Not just organic material.
Don't tell me. Did he eat my crystals?
Nice.
When you weren't looking.
Oh!
You trust each other. Watch each other's backs. I do understand your strong bonds. You're more than teammates, and friends don't eat friends, do they?
All right.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I'm glad that this wasn't some backstory slog to, like, kind of be a break before the main action.
Yeah. Let's see.
Still end up having to wait till next time to find out what all happens with this, though.
I think it'll be quite a few episodes. I think this is going to be at least like 5, maybe 6 episodes worth of action. Maybe 3 or 4. I don't know. It depends.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things going simultaneously, so it might take us back up to the surface, and it might go south up there or something, you know.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get to see Uraraka and Froppy's advancements.
Or, I mean, you know, they're separated, so it's like Miria ran on ahead, so you know he's going to get there first, and things have to go bad, and then the other group has to get there, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I worry.
Because they wouldn't even separate them if they weren't going to, you know, something wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. I worry about, you know, Mirio all of a sudden just something bad happening to him.
Well, I mean, ultimately, it's, you know, it's Deku's story, so, I mean.
It is, but at the same time, you know, the characters that are introduced, I mean, you know, I think I fully expected Bakugo to be, you know, to turn to be a villain by now, but he absolutely refuses because he hates villains. He wants to be a hero. It's just he wants to be a hero his way. And, I mean, I thought, for instance, by now, Ochako and Deku would probably be like a nervous boyfriend and girlfriend couple thing, but instead, no. Uraraka sees how dedicated Deku is, and she's like, I'm going to dedicate myself too. Like, and there's...
Glad they're not doing that. Like,
well, I'm alright with relationships, just they have to be earned.
Just stuff like that's always just fucking awkward, and I don't care.
Yeah, well. It's alright.
Like, if they're going to do stuff like that, I'd prefer them do it, like, at the end of a series. Like,
that's probably what they're saving it for.
Yeah, like... Yeah, a happy ending, and now they're gonna date, and cool, they can go do that on their own time. Like,
well,
we don't have to watch it.
My whole thing is I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that they're setting all this stuff up for awesome stories and awesome stuff going forward, and we're right in the middle of it. We are smack dab in the middle of Deku's story, and I don't know. I don't know how the resolution is going to be for this certain arc. I don't know if Mirio's going to die or.
Isn't it a thing like signs a show is dying when the will they want they couple finally ends up together?
That's kind of the thing. You see, there's always the nervous build up, and it's always the thing with it's like Sailor Moon, for instance. Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, they made googly eyes at each other for so long, and then at the very friggin' end, that was it. They did the continuation series, but it wasn't a lot of people said it just wasn't the same. It's just because the build up.
I like the idea. What was that show you were telling me about where like it's pretty much the way it ends is like the one like kind of confesses their feelings and the one just kind of misses the signal and leaves, and that's the end of the show. I'm just like that's real. That's real shit.
Misses the.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is. I thought it was you that told me about it, but it might have been something else I read like about it. But there's apparently an anime where like there's two characters that are like obviously like a will they won't they like the whole show, and like they obviously are crushing on each other. But then, like, at the very end, like, they're just like, all right. And, like, the other one's like, yeah. And, like, kind of, like, acts like, they're going to kiss or something. And the other one's just like, all right, see you later. And then that's the end of the show.
Yeah. I think I know the one you're talking about. I just can't remember it. I know that there's several. Like, I didn't watch the show, but a lot of people in certain anime fandoms were absolutely just ready to burn this, like, in effigy. Everything to do with this one anime or a emo. It's literally a romance one, and it's set in high school and everything. Or like, actually, I think it's like early years of high school. I forget, but anyway, the entire show, there's these three girls that he's interested in and everything, and he keeps asking his sister for help the entire time. And at the end of it.
Let me guess, they turn it into an incest anime and he dates his sister.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Not stepsister, not half sister, full on blood related. You see,
there's like 3 fans from Alabama that are like, nice, and then there's like everybody else is just like, what the fuck have I been watching?
And then there's certain members of the royal family who's just like, that sounds about normal.
The Game of Thrones fans are all like nervously like,
well, I'm a Game of Thrones fan, but at the same time, it's just like, as soon as you find out what's going on between Jaime and Cersei, you're like, and then of course, Daenerys and Jon, they're related. For God's sakes, why do people want them to wind up together?
It's like, so on a scale of like Luke and Leia to Jaime and Cersei, how into your sister are you?
Oh my God. Never.
There's got to be a scale for like less than Luke and Leia, though.
Well, the thing is, I think the original plan was, Luke and Leia would be the traditional, boy saves the princess.
On the scale of how into your sister, like I am, like Zuko and Azula. Like, my sister's a goddamn bitch.
Oh.
I'm gonna shoot fireballs at her.
I mean, at least sometimes she is. She brought me a panini today, so I'll give her a pass for today.
But you ain't gonna kill her today, yeah. But all that stuff, dude, I don't know what the hell. I don't know how the hell this stuff spawned up and like what's caused it to become more of a mainstream thing. But I want to kill it with fire. I don't understand it. It's disgusting. That's your. Yeah.
You know what else is disgusting?
What?
Sun Eater's perk.
Yeah, dude, that perk is awesome.
Quirk.
Yeah, that quirk. Yeah, his yeah.
I mean, disgusting in like a disgustingly cool way. Like that's a badass perk.
It's a pretty beast quirk.
He made a friggin' Kraken, dude.
Like that's one that I'm like can definitely say like I would take that one. I would like to have that one. That would be cool. Like all the quirks on the show, I'm always like wondering like which one would I really like to have. I'm like,
You know, it'd be really weird though, if you were a vegetarian and had that quirk.
It's
You're like bloop, like corns on the cob. It's like, well, here, horsey.
But of course, you can eat inorganic material and take it too. For instance, say there's a thing of titanium right there. It's like, oh,
It's like, I wonder if there's anything like he can't eat because it's just like if his digestive system will allow him to eat whatever. You know, like if there's anything that would be harmful for him to try to use for this perk.
I don't know.
Because it's like I would hit up that dude from the ninja school that has the tungsten marbles and be like, "Can I get one of those?" Thank you.
Yeah. Next thing you know, here you show up in like a gigantic tungsten like armor suit. Yeah. Nothing can touch you. I'd like that. Then there's also the
tungsten screws and bolts. What marbles?
Yeah,
bolts.
tungsten ball bearings, pretty much.
Just wolf down one of those tungsten bolts.
That'd be crazy. Like all of a sudden, you're just able to turn your fist into a tungsten rod, and you're just able to just be like, "Rod from God, bitch!" Boom, just like knock him in the face with it.
Yeah, just like the Chimera concept is like really cool. Like obviously, he had to work for that, kind of like Mario had to work to use his quirk the way he uses it. But the fact that he's built it up to that is very neat. Like,
you think of the great strides that the other students have made too. I mean, you think of like it
would be a little disconcerting, like as a kid, be like, I'm gonna pop a little sprout out of my hand, but like the fact that you have the potential to make it to being like a fucking Kraken Chimera, like that's pretty badass.
Well, again, I mean, it's
like essentially he could become Cthulhu at some point if he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, his quirk's potential is limitless.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing with me. Well, I'm not gonna say Mirio's is limitless. Well, as far as we know, yeah, we don't know like the full spectrum of what he's capable of. But
I mean, I know it's probably not really a polite topic, but imagine how cool that'd be if he ate a bat. Because it'd be like man bat from like
real life bat.
Yeah, like
all of a sudden you sprout wings out of your back,
like,
and you get the sonar ears, and you're just like,
that'd be pretty cool. Be like man bat.
I'm thinking about like the abilities I would have just based off of what I eat usually, and I'm just like all the animals that I could be would be super dumb.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm a turkey. I'm a pig.
I'm
a cow.
I'm a chicken. I have a family member who's like
I'm a chicken.
Full on vegetarian, and they hold it up over everyone's head.
If anybody gets that reference, awesome. Nobody's gonna get my reference though. I made a Metalocalypse reference just now.
Oh God!
Like, I'm a chicken. I think I'm a chicken.
Don't have a clue.
When the fucking Pickles old band takes the Sweet Alabama Liquid Snake.
Yeah, they're freaking out, and Pickles is Pickles the. I'll never forget when they had the comeback episode, and it was a different lead singer instead of Pickles. It was just like, well, and then there was also like the behind the music thing. He's like, Snizzy Snaz shot heroin into his balls again today. This time he said it was an accident.
Yipes.
It was basically making fun of like the bands that are like really fucking old that have broke up a while back that are trying to do comeback shows now, and like
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, like they did that like ahead of time, like with what was it recently that they did that with the
Motley Crue.
Yeah, Motley Crue. Like it's like they basically predicted that Motley Crue comeback. Pretty much.
They did
that episode.
Oh God! Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's awesome that these bands I used to love when I was a kid are back together. But if they aren't like putting forth like Anthony from 10 Second Song said it the best. If you're not putting forth the effort to like better yourself even in your old age and keep yourself in top level condition for your fans, then your fans are going to notice the declining returns and stop coming to the shows.
It's obvious whenever it's like a thing that it's like someone has been putting forth the effort and trying to get into like, pro musician shape again to do a show for their fans.
Yeah.
And whenever somebody's just like, could really use some money right now. What's up, guys? Like, can we do this?
Well, it's just like
Get some money.
It's just like when the Eagles got back together. When the Eagles got back together, they broke up because they couldn't stand being around each other for so long. And then 14 years later, all of a sudden, their manager was just like, "Hey guys, can we talk now?" Because it's been 14 years. And then they talked, and they realized, okay, a lot of this bullshit that was tearing us apart, we can put it aside for now. Let's have some jam sessions and see if we can still play together. And then when they did that, for 6 months straight, they practiced. And then they did Hell Freezes Over and then the World Tour, and everyone said they sounded better than ever. It's just, the effort you put in shows, and it just shows here the
Well, see,
effort
like,
that Suneater put in.
The Refused, like, they had like a really kind of like violently bad like burnout right before they stopped being a band. When they stopped being a band originally, you know, and they were like. They were even planning to stop being a band like a couple, like they were like, we'll do it for like a couple more years and then we'll stop, and they didn't even make it like a full year.
Yeah.
Their last show was like 30 people with like a bunch of people getting arrested because they tried to play it in a house, and like cops showed up 3 songs into their set and arrested like some of the band members and a lot of the crowd.
Yeah.
But
it's not pretty.
Now that they're back, they're on the fucking Cyberpunk 2077 soundtrack and they sound bitchin', even though it kind of like. Some people are saying, like, that kind of goes against what The Refused is about, because, like, they're an anti-capitalist, like, you know, like, anarchist band, but it's kind of selling out to an extent, but I think it's pretty fucking cool that, like, they still sound fucking bitchin' even when they're older, you know?
You know what, man? I'll do the same argument that, you know, Metallica did. It's like, oh, yeah, we sold out all right. We sold out every single seat in that arena. It's like, it's like if you want to, say someone's selling it, like, okay, go right ahead. But at the same time, you know, hey, if you've done the art side of it and you want to make your money, go right ahead.
Here is my take on it. You can preach a message in a song about, you know, not caring about being popular, about anti-capitalism and all that stuff. But what's the point if you're just preaching that message to a wall? Like, you know, like, if nobody's listening, what's it matter that you're saying that? Like, obviously it's better for people to be listening to that sort of message, even if it seems a little ironic, than it is for you to just be yelling that at the air, you know? It's
just like Rage Against the Machine. Rage Against the Machine. You know, reunion tour tickets cost what? $450? It's like, this is the same band that says socialism is the future. Like, Tom Morello, you know, has a Harvard education and says, socialism is the future. Now, don't mind me while I overcharge these people ridiculous prices for tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, well. It is what it is.
That's kind of the reason socialism doesn't work, is because of greed.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. What?
No. Oh, gosh. Lording stuff over people's heads. Like, for instance, you know, the whole thing about him being able to eat whatever else you talked about earlier. You know, if you were a vegetarian and everything.
I'm just saying, I think his combat prowess would probably be diminished.
Well, it would be. It would be.
Of course, I don't know. Like, you could go out, you get creative. Like, you could eat roses, and then you could, like, have these thorny vines come out, so.
Well, and also you could eat, you could eat the English oak bark. You know, bark from an English oak tree, and have, like, really tough skin.
Be like a D&D druid, basically, I guess.
Effectively.
So, if I sit and think about it for a minute, that's...
Yeah.
It's just me knocking on vegetarians, I guess, because there's some pretty rockin' plants out there.
Knock on vegetarians earlier. What?
The octopus stinkhorn mushroom. That would be like the ultimate ability if you could stomach it.
Okay.
So it's like a
stinkhorn mushroom.
It looks like a puffball mushroom. It bursts open, and these foul-smelling alien tentacle tendrils come out of it, and they're covered in black, sticky goop that smells like rotting flesh to attract bugs. It's horrifying.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I guess eat it with some nose plugs in.
Yeah, that's the thing that would suck is, like, there's a lot of things in nature that would be powerful weapons, but you wouldn't really want to eat them.
How would honey work? Because it's basically bee spit. Would you get bee characteristics, or would you just eat honey?
I feel like you'd have to eat the bees.
Yeah, you'd have to actually eat the physical thing.
It's like, obviously the seafood's the most attractive thing because seafood's delicious, and there's a lot of stuff in the sea that has good defense mechanisms, like lobsters with the claws,
octopus,
clams, all that,
with their tentacles. Squids have beaks that it can actually take huge chunks out of you. If you could manifest a person-sized squid beak, you could take a chunk out of somebody for sure. Like
well, not only that, but also the ink.
I mean, just saying though, like
you decapitate somebody.
Go hang out Colonel Sanders a little bit. Has anybody ever fought a chicken? I'm just saying.
I mean, dude, his bird leg.
Yeah, I mean, they're horrible.
My grandma, dude, you want to know what my great grandma, like old school, like mountain woman. You know what you know what I witnessed? Yeah, I was sitting over there, and we were just like, well, like I spent the night over at their place. It's like, well, time to get chicken ready for dinner tomorrow. She goes out. Chicken's like trying to peck at her and everything. She goes down, grabs that chicken, and spins it over her head like a fucking nunchuck and breaks its neck.
That's how they do it.
And just like she's just like.
I'll be honest. I mean, I don't want to make it weird.
Kind of fucked up. But.
I don't want to make it weird, but if you think about having a power like that, if you then like you ate a chimpanzee, I'm just saying
you'd be a freak.
That would be terrifying to have those powers.
Oh Lord!
Well,
pound for pound, strongest creature on the planet.
If you just have to eat the DNA of something, then you could go for not actually having to maybe eat like the full.
Could you like shave the chimp and just
that's
swallow
what I'm wondering,
some hair?
Like, could you get like a little bit of hair off
Like
of
a hair
a
follicle
gorilla
or
or
something,
something, you know, and just kind of like grind it up into something that you could swallow?
Yeah.
Like.
Okay.
Maybe, you know, get
so
like some skin shaving.
So sneak into the zoo and shave a chimp.
Tranquilize a chimpanzee.
Gorilla, I just need to get a little bit of your
skin flakes off the. Skin flakes off the knuckles.
Just be like,
home.
Just give him a big ass banana and just ahead of time. Just be like, can I just? Yeah, thank you.
Be like, who wants an orange?
Like mix it up and the gorilla's just looking at you like,
this dude's weird.
The fuck.
Yeah, and then eventually you're just like, oh hey, you want to see a cool trick? Then you turn into a gorilla, and he's just like, oh,
gorilla's whoa. I love the surprise on like gorillas' faces and stuff when something surprises them. So that would be fucking great. Whoa.
It's like that one chimp reacting to magic. He was just like,
yeah.
Oh god. Oh well. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. This was My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode 8. We hope you all enjoyed. So until next time, I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you then, everybody.
But also just made me think about the panda when the little one sneezes and like you turn it into a panda in front of him.
That's going to do it. Good night, everybody.
Hey, that didn't suck.